guys, welcome back. A week or two ago, I went to Sephora and shared with you on Snapchat and Instagram what I got. And the reason why I initially went was to find the It Cosmetics Anti-Aging Armour. And I've been asked about it several times, how it's working, how I like it, please update you. And so I wanted to go ahead and get this video out to you just to let you know my thoughts. My skin is pretty sensitive, especially with sunscreens. It hasn't aggravated it so far, so I guess I'm giving you some spoilers, but I'm gonna read you a little bit about it and then give you my thoughts and tell you how I've been wearing it. So the official full name of this is the It Anti-Aging Armour Super Smart Skin Perfecting Beauty Fluid SPF 50+ UVA UVB Broad Spectrum Physical Sunscreen. It is a weightless beauty fluid that hydrates, brightens, and repairs while it protects and prevents aging. It has skin perfecting technology that blurs away discolorations and imperfections, and it has a universal translucent shade that gives a subtle hint of color that evens the appearance of all skin tones. It contains anti-aging peptides, niacin, hydrolyzed collagen, and hyaluronic acid. So the reason why I was interested in this is because it's summertime, and I really like to do more evening out of my skin in the summertime than full out foundation. So I like to have some lighter things on hand, but I also like to protect my skin, and this really intrigued me because I feel like I have some BB creams that I really enjoy, but they don't have quite as high of sun protection. And I love the It CC cream. It's a little heavier in coverage than what I want, and if I go down in the amount, then you take away some of that sun protection. So I just wanted to check this out and see what it was all about. What I usually use for my sunscreens underneath my makeup is either the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30, and it is for normal, oily, or combination skin. Now this visibly reduces wrinkles, sheer natural tint ideal for all skin tones, and silky lotion that mattifies and smooths. Just to let you know what this claims and why I use it, because I can put this on after I do my skin treatments in the morning. It serves as my moisturizer and SPF for the day under my makeup. It's also served me many times as my sole primer for the day because it does mattify well without making my face look flat or dry. I am over 40. I don't want to look flat or older than I am, but I still get oily in my T-zone and right around here, so I don't want to get oilier either. And a lot of sunscreens make me really oily or they break me out. You know, the Paula's Choice has a tint, but it's not enough of a tint to actually be considered a skin tint or to do anything cosmetically. It's just a tint so that it doesn't make you ghost white as some sunscreens do. So the other sunscreen that I use is the Algenist Sublime Defense Ultra Lightweight UV Defense Fluid. This is broad spectrum sunscreen SPF 50. And this is your traditional white lotion sunscreen, but it's very light, very fluid on the skin. It doesn't mattify the same way the Paula's Choice does, but it doesn't make me greasy either. I pretty much wore this all last summer before I even knew the Paula's Choice existed, and this served me really well. Enter the Anti-Aging Armour. This is supposed to have a universal tint, and I will go ahead and say right off that I think that it's not a universal tint. I think it's a little too dark. So that's what it looks like. You know, it's pretty liquidy when it comes out at first, but it doesn't drip down my hand either. And I'm probably gonna have to go off camera to finish blending it out. But it's just really, really easy to blend out. It looks good on my skin no matter how I wear it. Okay, so it just, you know, it doesn't really cover, it just evens out. And I don't even know if you can tell on the hand at all. It is what I'm wearing underneath my Neutrogena Hydro Boost foundation today as my sunscreen. So I've worn this in a myriad of ways. I've worn this as a skin tint or as a makeup item with light coverage, and I've put a primer underneath. I've worn it without a primer underneath, and you know, put this on top, blended it out with my fingers and with a brush. Either way works really well. And then I've set it with powder. You know, I've used concealer because it evens out redness, but it doesn't cover. Again, it's just a light skin tint. So I've worn it that way and it really looks nice. It makes my skin look nice because it lets my skin shine through. I've also worn it underneath powder foundation just for a little bit of extra evening out under the powder foundation. I've just found that I've needed less of the powder foundation on top. How I wear it lately is just as my sunscreen. And I do find that I need to touch up a little bit more than say with the Polish Choice, but I need less foundation when I use it because it does even out my skin pretty nicely. So I find that when I wear it as my sunscreen for the day, you know, I do my skincare and then I put it on as my sunscreen. I let it sink in. I do need a primer over it. You know, this I can get away without a primer a lot. I do need a primer over this to cut down on the shine. So I haven't blotted in a while now. I actually forgot to put a primer on this morning. And you know, I've got some glow coming through, which is okay if you are accepting of the glow. Sometimes I'm okay with it, sometimes I'm not. And it also depends on how hot it is outside and how humid, because sometimes that glow can turn into full out shine and oil really quickly. So if you have a skin tone that's light medium or medium, maybe even medium deep, you could probably get away with this shade. But I think if you have very fair skin or very dark skin, this universal translucent shade is probably not going to work really well, because I think it's going to be a little too light on your skin if you have dark skin. And the chief thing I see in the reviews is people with fair skin saying it's too dark for them. It's not pink toned. It's kind of similar to when you use a BB cream and it's skin adjusting. It comes out kind of a whitish gray and it looks scary, and then you blend it into the skin and it adjusts to your skin. It's kind of like that for me. It comes out kind of a gray tone, a gray beigey tone, and I think there's no way this is going to work. And it does. But they say it's good for all skin types. I can see that being the case because it does feel really light on the skin. I really don't even feel like I'm wearing makeup when I'm wearing it, if I'm wearing that as my makeup for the day. Sometimes I would look in the mirror the first day I wore it and I was like, do I have makeup on? It's that light on the skin. So, you know, I really actually have been enjoying this quite a bit, but I would caution you, if you're very, very fair, that the universal tint may not work for you. But I think it's worth a shot. You know, I mean, it's $38 for an ounce, but I feel like that's pretty on par with so many sunscreens that are being released these days. And at least this one is physical. It's 12% titanium dioxide and 6.3% zinc oxide. I do really well with physical sunscreens. I would much rather a physical than a chemical sunscreen any day. So, you know, for me, this is pretty good. I'm enjoying it. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick video on my thoughts on this product, because a lot of you, like myself, are aware of what the sun can do, and you are always looking for options for, you know, lighter coverage, something that won't make you look older than you are or settle in your fine lines, but that can give you something to even out your skin during the warmer months. And it's a good option if you want some extra sun protection without adding more layers. So that's my thoughts. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And if you're not following me on my social media, I'll put that on the screen and down below. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.